Okay, we're back. Once again, you're back here on this channel, and you're probably wondering what the next review is. Well, I'm taking a look at a reimagining to a remake that was made in the 1980s. This is a reimagining to a 1981 Brooke Shields film. This time, I'm taking a look at the reimagining 2014's Endless Love, or as I like to call it, Endless Mess. Yeah, this movie was a total mess from start to finish. From looking at the cover, I was not expecting it to be good, but I expected it to be awful. That's how I put it this way. And again, if you've seen the original 81 film that had Brooke Shields that made her into a star, this is basically the same thing. This was based on the Scott Spencer story. Which the 1981 version and this 2014 both were put out by Universal. And yeah, let's talk about the film. This is a movie that I just never really got into. It basically is a story about a guy and a girl. They fall in love, but the parents are like against that. So they both graduate, and all of a sudden they're gonna fall in love. That's essentially what Endless Love is. It's really hard to review this because I don't really have anything to say about this film. But I will give you this. In the original, Brooke Shields kept screaming and bickering and arguing with her parents about it. The problem with this film is they rated this PG-13, and the original film, the original story, was a hard R-rated film. This film was toned down. Yeah, this film was toned down, and to be honest, that's not really a good sign. Even if this film was an R rating, it still wouldn't be good. Although it's really interesting. To be honest, I thought, okay, Bruce Greenwood's in it. Robert Patrick. Those two people can act. I love Bruce Greenwood. He was great as Gil Garcetti in the American Crime Stories. I liked him as iRobot. I liked him as Captain Pike in the Star Trek reboots. This was not a movie. I think the problem is he plays it too easy. If you look at his performance as Gil Garcetti, he's more tough. He's more aggravated. Tells you to get it done. Here he plays it safe. It's only near the end of the film where he can be very aggravating. He can be very mean and nasty. Although, interesting fact is, her brother is played by the leader in the original Purge film, right? That was before this film. But yeah, he played, but seeing that, he was more nice. And if you've seen the Purge, he was more aggravated. Hang on one sec, guys. I'm sorry, my throat was a little dry. I'm drinking vitamin water right now, so I do apologize if I did drink a little, but I can't really recommend Endless Love. I guess, like I said, endless taste. The first time I heard about Endless Love was the Lionel Richie Diana Ross hit, and that was from the movie Happy Gilmore. That's the first time I heard that song. I never saw that film, and the original was actually directed by Franco Zeffirelli, who is a French director. So you think that original. But after watching that, I don't think I'm ever going to sit through the original. This is where I think that that both original and remake. And my dad saw the original Endless Love, and he said it was awful. And my dad was very young and around way before I was born. He was in college when Endless Love came out. I try to keep families out of this, but my father, he never stepped foot in Clarion University until 1981 and graduated in 1982, I think, something like that. I try to keep this out, but my father served in the Army from high school, 73, all the way until 80. So he never saw this until he went back to school, and he even said it was awful. But I try to keep that out, try to keep family stuff out of it, so I hope you probably didn't figure it out, but I can't really say anything about it, so I guess that means final verdict. Should you see Endless Love? And that is an absolute no. Endless Love is, like I said, an endless mess. I mean, look at the cover. The cover doesn't sell you. The cover is mimicking. In fact, I think the 1981 film poster to Endless Love did a much better job. And plus, that original was an erotic film. It was an erotic love story. And that movie, the original, did not get a DVD release until this remake or reimagining came out. This is not a remake, this is a reimagining. There are things change. Like, I don't know. If you look on the back right here, I mean, look. I don't know. There's two the two are out there on there. I don't even remember that scene in the film. I wonder if it was the deleted scene. I don't know. Like I said, just avoid this film. The only reason for you to see this is if you have a girlfriend or if you're married. But if you're like me and you watch this film by yourself, do yourself a favor and stay away from this. Go watch better romantic films. Go sit down and watch Murphy's Romance. Even though that's not universal, it will be enjoyable than that. So, endless love is an endless mess. That's all I really have to say. I can't really say anything other than that. So, yeah. That's all I have to say. I just was looking behind me about. So, that's all I have to say. So, I'll come back next time. Hopefully, we'll find a better movie, I guess. So far, there's 4 movies on here throughout this March month that I did not like. But if I find the worst, I will make a video saying what is the all-time worst. And I'll mention honorable mention. That's it, I'm out. See you down the road. Stay away from endless mess.